What I've heard, the common thread that I've heard not only at this gas station, but those when I'm pumping my own gas, my own family's gas, is that we need to do something. They expect Congress and our leaders in Washington, and especially the next president, to stand up and fight for them. The families in this community are spending $4,000 a year just to fill up their gas tanks. That's nearly 10% of the average median income in this community in the 16th Congressional District. We need a change in Congress. We need a congressman who's going to stand up and say no to big oil, that it's time about putting America first, to stand up and say no to hedge fund managers who are speculating and driving the average price of a barrel of crude oil to new record levels. It was $143, which hit yesterday. What we need to do is we need to invest in alternative forms of energy. Let me suggest this. Just in the 16th district here, we have the #1 agricultural producing county in Ohio, which is Wayne County. Could you imagine a concept of growing our own fuel in this state and then refining it in a great city like this in Canton here? A bill that I proposed in the state legislature would give tax incentives to provide resources available for companies and co-ops to form to build refineries on abandoned industrial properties, brownfields. And we could grow our own fuel here in the state, refine it here in the state, and lessen our dependence on foreign sources of oil, and lessen our dependence on oil in particular, because it's a finite resource. And let's face it, we need to focus on Middle East, or not on Middle East oil, but on Midwest innovation. And we have some great success stories here, right here in the 16th District, with the fuel cell technology that's being developed at Star State Community College, the millions of dollars in grant money that the state of Ohio has been giving them to advance this technology. Those are the types of innovation that will propel our economy and our future forward. You know, it's wild. We talk about how we need to drill our way out of this. The top oil executives in this country have said that even if we started drilling today, we wouldn't receive oil for nearly 15 to 20 years down the line. Not a drop of oil. And ANWR would only produce about 2 million barrels of oil a day. We use 21 million every day here in the United States, not only for gasoline that we put in our tanks, but for byproducts. So it would only be a marginal percentage of what we need. The clear-cut answer is that we need to move to alternative forms of energy that are going to move away from our dependence on oil in particular, because demand in emerging countries are going up. That's the long-term solution. But what we can't answer right now is why people are paying more at the pump when we have more supply than we did a year ago. That is a question that goes unanswered by the big oil executives, and that's one that we need to stand up and demand accountability. Now, I don't think my opponent's going to stand up and answer these questions, because he's taken thousands of dollars from big oil execs, and we need to demand accountability today. If you want a congressman who's going to stand up and fight every day to make sure that big oil companies quadruple their profits, then I'm not your guy. You need to elect my opponent. But if you want someone who's going to stand up right here and fight for the people of this community who can't afford to put gas in their tanks, then I want to be your congressman.